Tá gravando.
Hello everybody, my name is Wellington and today I will present to you about the Scout movement. Well, the Scout movement started in 1907 by Robert Baden-Powell. He led 20 young men to an island of Brown Sea in England, and then they started camping, and he taught them about some techniques because it was a period after the First World War. So many families were destroyed, and then the boys were responsible by their family. So they had to be responsible for the family, and they need to know some things about how to do some things at home and to take care of their family. Then after that, Baden-Powell wrote a book called Scouting for Boys, and here an example. And in this book, they publish many other techniques about surviving, hunting, and to behave as to be a better citizens, and so that the main structure of the movement. Well, the Scout movement is organized by some groups, and inside their groups, we have the people are divided by their age. So it starts in Wolves Cup. It is children about started on 6 to 11 years old, and then you are scout. It's from 11 to 15 years old. Then it is scouting senior, I think. It's young people from 15 to 18, and then we have the pioneers. We are from 18 to 21. Then after that, we are able to teach other sections, and as not bosses, but like chiefs, we teach them to do their activities. The groups are identified by their neckerchiefs, like that. Each group has a neckerchief, and countries have their neckerchief too. Well, this is the representations of each section: the wolves, scouts, seniors, and pioneers. Well, as I said, a scout is known by their uniform. Here, it's the main uniform is jeans and this shirt. So, but recently we have to buy a new one, and this is previous one, and then we have to change our uniform. This is the new one. It's darker blue, and pants are khaki. Don't know. It's a kind of brown. Um, in the past, Scouts was only for men, and then not recently, but mm, many time ago, girls was allowed to take part in Scout. Well, the Scout has a law, and this law has 10 articles. Then we can see here, this is the promise each Scout has to do there. And these are the 10 laws on Scouting. These laws meant to be principle main of life, like what they have to do and to behave. So the most important things for a scout is it's three things: God, your country, and the other. The scouts have to serve others and to do good things to everyone. Well, previously, this is the signal of scouting. We do this when we make the promise, and this represents the three most important things, as I said, and the thumb represents that the bigger protects the smaller, and then we share this this we share this information by others just doing the sign. Here, this one is the WASM, World Organization of Scouting, and this is here in Brazil, and there's the promise and the law. Well, each section has a kind of activity, and as their age permits. Mainly, every scout go to camping. This is a basic activity, and everybody likes it. Well, on the Wolves Cup, the youngest, they only do games that stimulate their intelligence and to make new friends. And they don't have to concern about anything like surviving and stuff. They are introducing the movement. The scouts learn about some more complex techniques about cooking and making shelter when they need. And they from scout on, we have some kind of community activity that we contribute from the society. Explorer Scout or senior here, they like more extreme sports and more dangerous dangerous activities like rafting, rappel, and surviving camping. They are able to do some things that you can survive, like produce your own food and hunt and make shelter without any other structure. Scout Network, or Pioneer as we know here, are the major ones, and they do activities for their life. They do activities for like a project for their future life as adult. And they keep doing things more dangerous too. Like they do journeys, they climb some mountains too. Well, the most important events are the Jamboree, as we know. Jamboree, there are three kind of Jamboree. The worldwide that gathers scouts from all over the world. The previous Jamboree was in Sweden in 2014, I think. And the next one will be in Japan in 2015. There are the regional Jamboree and national Jamboree. On January now, it will be the national Jamboree in Natal, Rio Grande do Norte. And some time ago, they introduced Jota and Jochi. Jota is Jamboree on the air. They gather scouts from all over the world by radio frequency, and they had the communication by radio. And Jochi, Jamboree on the internet, that we gather everybody from in the internet. And this is more. This is every year. I think it's the third Saturday in October, and we communicate with scouts from all over the world. Well, here I have some things about scouting, and every year we have to do assignment, and then we have this compartment that you are a scout, and it's recognized all over the world. And here I have, since I am taking part too, since 2002, and since 2002 to now. Here we have some, this is called specialty. Some things that you do and you receive this because you do some levels, and then to make sure that you know something especially. And then we have some activities buttons. Like this is the surviving camp I took part. This is, let me see, this is a beach camp I went, and this is the guide of specialties. Then here we have many things that you have to do to earn these buttons. Then you have to prove that you know that thing, and you deserve to receive this. Well, I think this is it. Any questions?
Could we take a look on the guide?
Oh, yes.
The specialization one is the new one?
No, this is I think it's the most.
The oldest.
Yes.
We will go to next Jamboree.
No, it's kind of expensive, so I really want to, but
The next Jamboree is going to be in Japan.
Japan,
It's
yes.
very expensive.
National.
The national is not.
Yeah.
You're going to go?
No.
There we go.
And
It's yours.
yes.
Yours.
And the activities are always on Saturdays at afternoon, about 2 and 6 o'clock. And we have many group of scouts here. Here in Federal, we have the Universitário. It is next to the physical education department.
They have. Do you know them? Ever saw them?
I went there once.
It's small, no?
Yes, it's not too big. Not too big.
So big.
And then we you can go to any scout to get informed and to do some activities for experience, and then if you really like, you can join us.
It's important to say, like, we are older, but still this activity program for people like us between 18 and 21 years, it's very, very interesting and thoughtful for our life. Like,
Yes.
I'm starting now what is it in English? After fire.
Say it first.
Right. I'm starting now the pioneering phase, and like you have so much things to do, so much to learn about your life. Like you have in pioneer, every section you have a phrase that fits to the goal of your stage, and in every section you're gonna try to achieve it. And in pioneer section, the goal is to make the project for your life.
Yes.
But you start now.
No, I started very, very young. Then I
But
stopped.
for us who never.
No problem. You can join anytime, and you start. Then you start at Pioneer. Yeah, already. And then I think Pioneer is the most important stage for us because you treat your life like you really care about it, and you make plans for your future and as adult as well.
Like, that's what I'm saying. If you want to start now, there's no problem. You're gonna be a little out of sight, like in the first month, 2 months. But when you get the way things work, it's very easy.
Yes.
When you learn like the purpose of the movement, it's simple. You gotta. It's like he said, God, your country, and the next. Then you can. It's I don't know how to. You got it. So many.
Yes.
I have a question. You showed us that you have a swimming badge,
Yes.
but I didn't find it in the guide. What? I didn't find it in this guide. Is it a different badge? Or?
No.
Porque esse livro está tão
The sports badge.
Esse livro sem fazer um movimento.
Is it outdated?
Daí todo mundo começou a ler o livro, tipo, a galera começou a ler e comprar. Daí a galera começou a criar grupos de escotismo independentes. Eles não queriam começar um movimento. In England, I don't know if you know that, in England, like the movement, Baden-Powell didn't want to start a movement. He wrote the book because people needed to know
Yes,
the stuff in here, like survival after the war, how to eat well in the jungle or when you have no supply. So he wrote a book because he felt people needed it in England. And the boys and the groups, like in school, they mining boys started to read and started their own clans, their own
Yes.
groups,
And
independent. Good. So the movement starts like a organism, like itself. There wasn't someone starting it. They wrote this book. They wrote a second book. After
Yes.
then after came like the unification of the movement and spread around the world. And then in 1912, I think, there was the movement for women.
Yeah.
In 1912, his wife started the scouting for girls. And then the movement got like hell around the world.
And there are some other movements related to Scouts, like Bandeirantes, but this one is more religious, and Desbravadores. And these ones are more religious. What? Yes, and then, but the Scout movement is the most range. I think they are more worldwide known.
No. It's for those who are interested, like if you go on Google and write UEP, it's like the national
Organization.
of Scouts. You're gonna find their website and then you write the Paraná, but Curitiba, and there are gonna be all the, I think it's 100 and something. No, 60.
Yeah,
At least
this one has 10 years. This group has 10 years, and it is 151.
Yeah.
And
But
this
this is for the state. It's not for just for the city.
no,
How many
yeah.
groups there is around the city? That's my
City.
question.
Yeah, I don't know.
I participate from the São Luís de Gonzaga was the first group in Paraná, like zero. They were
Oh
the-
yes,
and they have 106 years, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah. My group has last year we did 55 years.
55.
Yes.
Santos Dumont is also old.
One of the most oldest.
Like.
Yes,
What number?
20.
There's a achievement here, electrical maintenance. You have
No, because in our stage, pioneering, we don't have to. We can't take more
Like-
special.
In the three first steps, like when you are
Yeah.
wolfing, it's called scout and senior. Like the three first steps from 7 to 16 years old, 17 years old, you can get those.
Yes.
It's you use this to show people you know something like first aid or whatever. After when you get at 17 years old, you get to the start pioneer stage. You take them off.
Yeah.
You don't need to show people you know the stuff. You show people like you're growing up. Like it's another step. It changes everything inside you.
Like
Inside your body.
the other stages, you learn how to behave, like no wolves. In scouting, you learn some techniques, and on senior, you have some physical difficulty things. Like you want to show people that you can do some big stuff and big activities that you can handle danger problems. And on pioneering, you don't have to show people that, and you have to focus on your life and what you do in the future.
Acho que é isso.
That's it.